Opendoor is now back attractive. Look at this chart. It's incredible attractive right now. People told me, when you say you will be buying it at 7, you will never see Opendoor back at 7. And I say, watch me. Okay, now it's back below 5, and I feel it's very, very interesting. So let's dive in.
Welcome to the game, I'm the wolf of Dubai.
So I feel that here on my third channel, since my first main channel is back, you can focus now on some other tickers as well. If you want to have Bitmine and BMNR, look for my main and second channel. If you want to have other crazy stocks that can go up 10, 20, 30, 40, 50x, then check out this channel. And in today's video, I will talk about Opendoor, what is the most important part about Opendoor, and why I start to create the position in Opendoor. Okay, so hear me out. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Danny, and I'm looking for stocks that can go up 10, 20, 30, 40, 50x. And I did this with many stocks before, okay? I did this with, for example, Tesla, okay? I bought Tesla at 23. I made sure to hold it through very, very high volatility, like you can see in Open as well, right? So, and you can see that volatility comes always with those meme stocks, those high growth stocks, right? It's always there. You cannot imagine like a great growth stock without the volatility. It's impossible, okay? So now, it's not my first rodeo. I did this with Tesla and many other stocks. My subscribers, but even houses and apartments, because they listened about Tesla. Okay, so now I also have my X10 day trading group where we trade for you all automatically with our software. We are having a team of professional day traders and we killed it directly. First trade in February, a fantastic trade of MP materials because there was news and we just killed it. And we haven't lost a trade since 3 weeks. And this is all done for you. My members make thousands of dollars on such a day. And as you can see here, so very happy, I have now 486 members. I love them all. I know them all by the name because I am having the call with you, the 15-minute call that you can schedule with me before we raising our joining fee. And we want to achieve between like 8 to 15% per month. And if you think like, wow, well, this is quite high. Yes, exactly. Because if you start with $10,000, which should be the minimum, you end up with like $58,000 after the first 12 months. Okay. And then we compound even more. How this is possible? When you make like 2 to 4% per day, you compound to 8 to 15% per month. How do you do it? With like a fantastic team behind it. We're focusing on high conviction trades, no overnight trades. We like to sleep tight. So if you like that, check out x10daytrading.com, schedule a call with me personally, and we see if we can help you as well. Now, let's talk about Opendoor. The most number one point for me is that the company is in the change with a great CEO and changes now into the right direction of profitability. When this happened, and this happened with many, many other companies as well. The last time I said this was Intel, when Intel was, I think, $20, $18, $15. Now they are $45, so it's 3x, okay? I believe that Opendoor can do even much bigger things, okay? We are now around like $5, and I think the market is a little bit emotional right now because what's going on, right, with the new Fed chair, with geopolitics, shutdown. There was so many topics, that were like pressuring the market, and obviously Opendoor being so volatile dropped to below 5. And you can see at this chart here that Opendoor could be very fast back to 6 and above. You remember I was talking about Opendoor when it was like $4 or $5, then it went to $9, and I said, hey, I want to buy a position when it's back maybe around 7, then it went to 7. I said, let me wait a little bit. I think there's a little bit more, right? So I waited, now it's 5, and now I say, okay, I want to start a starter position. And from my other videos, I put between $3,000 to $20,000 every single day in my favorite stocks. And I believe that I can build a tremendous portfolio because I think you can never time the market. And you should never time the market because you will put all your money now and then, maybe it will go down another, $2 to $3 and you will be down and you have no money to even average down. So thus dollar cost averaging is like super important. And why it's so important when a company goes profitable? One of the greatest moves for stocks that I have seen over the years was always when a company changes, okay? Tesla getting profitable, boom. okay? Because there's funds, there's big money. They can only invest into companies when they are profitable, right? So I think that this is a very, very big point here to understand that, okay, you need to have this kind of moves when things get profitable. Okay. And you go and have this profitable moves when you have a great CEO. And I feel like that you have now the chance to be in a stock in a company that have so many great attributes that I saw already in Tesla, in BM&R, in Hood, in Nvidia, and Palantir. I tell you a story about the CEO of Opendoor, okay? Opendoor CEO said he's working his ass off in the office, and he said to his wife, sorry that I didn't make it earlier home. She said, like, do your thing. Don't come home before you have a path to profitability. This is a beautiful thing to hear. This is the most important thing to hear, okay? That should be the focus of a company like that. And then you have obviously the other things, okay? It's a very known stock already. Lots of retail investors know this company. The company is a retail product company. So by having a lot of clients, they already have a lot of people that say, oh, this product is absolutely phenomenal. I would love to be part of this company. So it's a public company then, right? So I buy the stock. Then it's like a meme factor, right? The Opendoor army. I mean, it's absolutely insane what this company can become. And I feel that now it's a very interesting time for the company to buy it for under $10. I think it can be quite a very, very interesting investment. Obviously, make always your own research, okay? Because I feel that there's always things that will come up and news, unexpected news. But the most important now is that we let the CEO work, let him have a couple of months, and let us have the way to profitability. And then this is a rocket ship that we just got in. So if you like that, make sure to subscribe. Check out my other YouTube channels where I talk about other stocks, and X10 day trading. The first link into the description and the comments, and we can trade for you from tomorrow. And I wish you that you will come back to this channel because the grass is greener always on the other side.